p.m. and it's time for dinner with Nanny Bubby. So happy that you're here. So happy that we're connecting once again. Oh my gosh, what the heck happened yesterday? Okay, so they've changed Facebook. I have to flip my my apron around. There we go. How are you? Okay. Well, what happened yesterday? Was that the weirdest thing? Hey, Teresa. That was the weirdest thing for everybody. Go figure. Everybody's now coming in and finding me. I'm so happy. I really did miss you guys. I sent out an email to everybody just to say, hey, I'm with you, but I can't be with you today. But I think Facebook went up yesterday at about 3:12. And I think if I'd been prepared or known that it was going to go up at 3:12, I would have come and been here, but I just wasn't sure. So anyway, I did miss you, that's for sure. But I have some great things to announce. I have a brand new contest for our 1-year anniversary. I'm just going to slip over here really quickly, get my cheat sheet, because there's a lot to this contest, but it only runs through October 22nd. So we're going to call out the winners Friday the 8th, Friday the 15th, and Friday the 22nd, I think it is. And let me tell you what it's all about. So let me just step over here. Put a lot of thought into this. You know, we started our lives exactly 1 year ago on October 22nd. And I honestly did not know what I was doing. I had someone challenge me to go live every day. And so I thought, well, I don't know what to do, but I guess I'll do it. And so my very first show, hey, Tony Lenley, thank you for being here. My very first show, let me see if I can see everybody else. There we go, Teresa, Tony, that's all they're showing me right now. Thank you both for being here. Anyway, I wasn't even on that first show. I actually had some treatment on my legs, and my legs were wrapped in ace bandages, and I was told not to take a shower for 3 days, which, like, they didn't tell you that until after we were done, until I was done. I mean, what do you mean don't take a shower for 3 days? And so I couldn't take a bath, I couldn't take a shower, but yet I made this commitment to go live every day, starting Thursday is what it was. And so I actually did go live making chicken soup, but I was not on camera. And it wasn't until the next day that I actually finally was able to take a shower and I came on live. I did not know what I was doing. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know even if I had the confidence to do this, but I started. And the truth is, all of you who join every day have been so gracious and have encouraged me so, and somehow I found my own voice in the midst of it all, and so I'm so grateful. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a contest for all of you to honor it. The grand prize is going to be that if you are one of the winners, you get to bring a friend, and we're going to do a big Zoom with, I think it ends up being something like 15 people, and we're all going to cook together. I'll send you the recipes, the shopping list, and everything else, and we can get on Zoom all together, see each other, talk to each other, and have ourselves a really good time. So what we're asking is that you post your favorite Nanny Bubby either recipe, tip, or guest interview, if you would like, in together. Hey Frank, there you are. I was hoping you'd get the notification that I'm here today. So happy you're back. Hey there, sounds fun. Oh, thanks, Teresa. So, so post your favorite either Nanny Bubby recipe, tip, or guest interview, and why it's your favorite. You've got to tell why. What was inspired? What did you get that inspired you? And why was it your favorite? And one entry for each original post, and 2 entries if you include a photo or photos with your entry. So photos should be of a Nanny Bubby recipe that you've made, or a Nanny Bubby tip that you've used, or something that you've made based on a guest. And if you include a photo, then you get 2 entries for the week. Each entry must include a little about why you've chosen the recipe, tip, or interview, or what you've learned from it. So I think that's pretty. Hey, Victoria Seaman, City Councilwoman Victoria Seaman joining us today. That's so nice, Victoria. Thank you for being here. I hope you join our contest. And with all you've got going on, I'm sure you want to cook along with us on a Zoom call, but maybe you do. We have voters from all over the country. Teresa's from Reno. Frank is traveling all over the place, but having you here means a great deal to me, so thank you so much. 3 winners, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice here. 3 winners will be chosen on Friday, October 8th, Friday, October 15th, and the final day of the anniversary is Friday, October 22nd, for a total of 12 lucky winners. And those 12 winners get to invite 1 guest, and so that's 24, 25, including me, of us, will be able to all together get on a Zoom call, and we will cook together, which I can't think of anything better for all of us than to actually join together. Hey, Cynthia Berman, thank you so much. Quite an electric show you had last night. We can all cook together on the Zoom call, get to see each other's faces, get to hear stories and enjoy and teach each other life's best cooking lessons. So what do you guys think of that? About the Zoom class, Nanny Bubby will choose what you'll be preparing prior to the class, and will email all winners with a detailed shopping list and recipes you'll be cooking along with me. So that's it. Enter as often as you like, but each entry must be different. Each entry must be different. And in order to you get 1 entry for an original post, 2 entries if you include a photo or photos with your entry. And if this sounds complicated and a lot, this is posted as an announcement in Gather with Nanny Bubby. And just go there and just take a look at rules of entry, and let's come along, and contest starts right now. So I'll be looking forward to seeing who enters. This is just a cute little, let me just show this to you. This is just a cute little graphic that I think that Roseanne put up for me and collaged together. Actually, I haven't seen the post in Gather yet. I haven't had time. But this is very cute and very happy to be celebrating this 1-year anniversary. You know what's so cute is that my son-in-law, when he heard about the challenge, he came over with the baby one day, and I was just finishing up the show, and I'm sure you've heard this. Hello, Yvette. And he said, well, how long is this challenge for? And I stopped and I said, excuse me, I have no idea. I didn't ask that. He goes, why didn't you ask that? How long do you have to do this for? And I said, I don't know. I'll ask next time I see her, but for right now, I'm actually finding my own voice, meeting new friends, having a good time, and here it is 1 year later. So I don't think she expected me to go for a year. I was doing them, if you might remember, 7 days a week, but I'm down to 5 days a week. 7 days was a little much and kind of unnecessary, so I did streamline down to 5, excluding holidays and when I travel. So here we go. So are you ready? Let's talk about what we're cooking today. So this is a sheet pan harissa chicken dinner. You can make it with chicken thighs. I always suggest chicken thighs on a sheet pan dinner because the juices roast so much better. But this is also using the harissa, and if you remember, this was a Yotam Ottolenghi recipe. Just put this in a jar, kept it in the refrigerator. It stays good for weeks and weeks. And I'm going to be using this harissa in this sheet pan chicken dinner. So I have already spatched, cocked, cut. Say that 3 times. Teresa says it's really remarkable. You've been doing this a whole year. Tell me about it, Teresa, honestly. But look at just, here we've got this little group of people that tune in every day, and I'm so grateful. Other people that scroll every day and say hello and let me know that they've seen something and say hi. And we've all joined a community called Gather with Nanny Bubby, and everybody, I hope, is finding some joy and inspiration in their cooking. I think that cooking is life. You know, you make mistakes, as you have seen me do at least a dozen times live on the air, and I have found a way to either correct it or start over. Case in point, 2 weeks ago when I made all those meatballs, and as I rolled the last meatball and put it on the sheet pan, I looked down and saw the container of minced garlic that I had minced before the show and realized I'd forgotten to put the garlic in the meatballs. And so after the show, I literally had to take all those meatballs, throw them back in the bowl, put the garlic in, squish it all around, mix it around, and then form all those balls again. But you know, hey Dana, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So, you know, these are lessons. Cooking is a metaphor for life. We make mistakes, we figure out how to overcome them. We're not comfortable using a knife, but if we keep practicing, we become more comfortable. We don't know anything about sheet pan cooking, so we research, we step forward, we learn more. And so if you want to grow your confidence in life, your confidence as a human being, just grow your confidence along the cooking trail. I often say, here's two things I say. Look, if you've got a big presentation tomorrow, or if you've got a big interview tomorrow, then you want to cook the night before for two reasons. Number one, you're going to use your intuition and your instincts to cook, and you'll find your way and you'll hone that intuition and instinct, and that will give you more confidence. And also what gives you confidence is you know what's going in your food. So you know that tomorrow morning when you wake up, you're not going to feel bloated or inflamed, and you're going to be able to get your rings on because you are in control of you and what you're putting in your food that night before your big meet and greet with your online dating person that you've enjoyed talking to online, and you're meeting them for the first time. Why wouldn't you want to cook the night before so that when you do have that chance to meet them for the very first time, you feel your best and you have honed your instincts and intuition through your cooking, so that when you meet this person eye to eye, face to face, and they're in front of you, your nerves, you want to rely on your instincts to tell you if this is a good person for you and that you should continue seeing them. So these are the big lessons that we learn from cooking, and this has been my joy to bring this to you. So Mark said I wasn't going to bring up the garlic fiasco with the meatballs. Well, bring it up. It was one of life's lessons, and I did recover. And let me tell you, I spent another hour making those meatballs, but I got to tell you, those meatballs were the most delicious things, Mark. And I'm going to tell you, I sat there and said, oh my God, if I just decided the hell with it, I'm going to leave the garlic out, they would not have been as delicious. So, are you ready? Harissa garlic, harissa spatchcook chicken. I got garlic on the brain. But we are using the Temecula garlic olive oil. So let's get started here. So I'm going to show you, I spatchcock cut the chicken because, as you know, I get very nervous about raw poultry flying around the kitchen. I always like to keep my hands very nice and clean. I'm so glad you guys all found me now that Facebook was down yesterday. It's all coming back. So as you can see, let me just hold this up. I have cut it. This is the inside. I have seasoned it with salt and pepper, and at some point here we're going to turn it over. But just like when you stuff a chicken, I'm going to stuff underneath the spatchcock chicken. So you know, spatchcock means cut with the back out and butterflied. It's another word for butterfly. So what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is we are going, oh, Cynthia says, I've actually served dinner later to find a dish I left in the oven and forgot to serve. Yep, I'm picking, let's see, I am picking passion fruit, no doubt. Let me see, I can't hit see more, 1 second. I suppose you guys can read it. Somebody read it to me. I'm picking passion fruit as I watch, so I'm pretty sure that's what she's saying. Okay, so let's zest this lemon because we're going to sprinkle this on top. Nothing is better on something that is really spicy, and harissa is, especially my harissa, turned out very, very spicy. So I'm going to put this lemon zest. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the harissa and we are going to put it between the skin of the chicken. Then we are going to put garlic olive oil all over the skin with a little bit of salt and pepper and let it get nice and crispy in the oven. We're going to put it in at 425 and let it cook for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So now that Facebook, apparently, one of the reasons that we were down yesterday is because they were, let's see, I'm going to send you some passion fruit. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you so much. one of the reasons that we believe that they were down yesterday is that they were changing their algorithms because the 60-minute interviews really talked about how their algorithms were not favorable to the communities. And I will tell you that when Instagram came back up yesterday, I was seeing people, friends, the friends that I wanted to see, the friends that I actually truly did follow because they're friends and I wanted to get to know them, and not to get to know them, but to see their stuff because I'm interested in themselves, their families. You know, many of them are my friends for many, many years. I suddenly started seeing them all again. They were in my feed, and they hadn't been in my feed for months and months. And so I was hoping that maybe today we would end up with, you know, the 20 people I had here when they changed their algorithms last November, but maybe it'll just take some time for everybody to come back. I'd love to be able to get to 20. I was at 20 last November when I started right before Thanksgiving, and I think they just changed everything at that point. So if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this lemon here in quarters. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to put underneath the chicken just as if we were stuffing it. So I'm going to take a couple of these lemons and put it underneath the chicken. I'm going to take a few of the carrots, and I'm going to take a few, thank you, Brenda. Brenda is posting a recipe on this, the spatchcock russet chicken. Actually, Brenda, there's an error in that recipe. If you could change it, I meant to tell you. It says potatoes as opposed to butternut squash. Right here, I'm going to show you, Brenda. Right there, on this third line, right here, it says potatoes, and I circled it to tell you when we came back inside from cutting the sweet potato leaves, and you weren't here, and so I forgot to tell you. So if you're listening, if you could change that for me before you post it, I'd really appreciate it. Let me know if you heard that. If not, you guys are just going to have to change the words when you see it. Okay, so here we go. I put this, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it directly under the spatchcock as though I was stuffing it, including, let me just take this. I'm just trying to keep this. Okay, Brenda says. Thanks, Brenda. Okay, so I'm taking these onions. So I got to tell you, these onions are left over on the platter from the baby shower of lox and bagels and veggies. And they are the perfect thing. They're already sliced perfect. I'm just going to lay them out. I'm going to take a little bit of this fresh lime Temecula olive oil. There we go. And I'm just going to go over the top of this, put a little bit of salt on it. Isn't that pretty? Because what I really believe is that when you've got something that's spicy, citrus really does a good job of cutting it. So we're going to have a lot of citrus in this, as well as a lot of spice. So now I will step away to wash these hands. I'm going to take the spatchcock chicken, and I'm just going to lay it right over the top of all of that. There we go. So it's almost as though we have stuffed the cavity, which we have, of this chicken. I did cut through the breastbone, as you can see. So now what we're going to do, because I've got, before I put up everything else, is I'm going to take my hand. Let me turn this just a little bit so I can get my hand in there. I'm really getting these chicken juices throughout. Karen Diamond, how are you? Nice to see you. So I'm putting my hand, if you can see, right through here, and we're opening up the skin on the breastbone, on the breast meat, and we're going to put between the skin and the breast meat. Here we go. We're going to take a little bit. Let me wash my hands as I go to. Hold on, I'll be right back. I know you can hear me, but I don't want to touch the harissa jar with hands that have not been washed from the poultry juices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the harissa. Open. Now you remember that we made this harissa together a few weeks back. There we go. No? Okay, stepping aside again, right over here, to run this under hot water, just real briefly. so we can get it open. There we go. Let's see if that works. Okay. Nope. Nope. All right. Hold on. We can't call this harissa chicken dinner if it's, we can't get the harissa open. So let's see if this works. Nope. All right. I need some leverage here, guys. I'm going to move this over. There we go. Okay. Forever, always committed to making something happen even when it seems like I can't. All right. Let me grab, let's see what we've got here. Okay. So, you can smell the spice of this harissa. Really, it's just beautiful. So I'm going to take a little bit of this harissa. Now, the recipe, the original recipe that I saw was for a teaspoon of harissa under the skin of every single chicken thigh that you might be cooking with. So this recipe originally called for chicken thighs. And I will tell you, I don't know what kind of harissa they were using, but my harissa is way too spicy. And you can find the harissa recipe also on Gather with Nanny Bubby. You can take a look at that. I'm also going to cut this just a little bit by putting in the fresh lime olive oil, because I really need to cut it just a little bit. I think, again, the citrus makes it really easy to cut and also to digest. You just don't want something that's just way too spicy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this harissa with this little tiny spatula, and we are just going to put that right into the middle between, can you see that? Between the breast and the skin, pushing it all the way down, all the way. There we go. And there we go. Just working it down. And then we are going to take, bye Brendan, thank you. Bye. Corrected one is posted. Thank you. She said the corrected one is posted. So there we go. Okay. So let's get just a little bit more in. We don't want to make it too spicy, but we don't want to make it not spicy enough, right? So let's see if I can get that all the way down. There we go. All the way down. Now, not sure about how we get into these thighs. And, well, there we go. Let's just try that. Just pull up that skin and get right in underneath those chicken thighs. Get a little bit in there as well. Let's see if you can see over here how I pulled that up. There we go. Very easy. Just pull that in. Oh my gosh, Tom is going to love this tonight. I can tell you that. This is really good. And then what we're going to do is save the rest of this. I'll add just a little bit more in here, and we will put it onto the, let's see, bye Brenda. Everybody said bye Brenda. I have to go watch. Hey Susie, thanks for being here. Okay, let's start with the roasted garlic, olive oil. So just try not to touch anything. So let's get this roasted garlic with the harissa. My goodness, so fantastic. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to rub that in. Now I'm going to go ahead and salt this, but I am not going to use any pepper because I really believe that the spice from the harissa itself is truly enough to just give that peppery taste to it. So let's grab the salt now, kosher salt. There we go. All in. Go. Now I'm going to roast this at 425 in the oven for about an hour and 10, hour and 15, maybe hour and 20 minutes. We shall see. We're going to take the vegetables now. So hey Lo, happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Lo Flynn. She's watching right now. and it is her birthday today. I'm not going to ask exactly which birthday it is, but Lo Flynn is watching, so can everybody say hey Lo and happy birthday, or post right below her. I think you guys can see that. How fun is that? Lo is my daughter Harmony's sister-in-law, and today is her birthday, which is really fantastic. So Lo, I don't know if you're still there, but if you are, we're all wishing you a very happy birthday. Go ahead. Okay, here we go. Anybody else? Happy birthday. There you go. Teresa, I know everybody can chime in there. Okay, let's see. Where is that spoon? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put another teaspoon of this harissa. I wish you could smell that. Frank, you're good at wishing people happy birthday. How come you're not wishing people happy birthday? Go ahead. All right. So I'm going to take this beautiful purple cauliflower and the carrots. I'm going to put that on the sheet pan. You know, it looks like a lot on one sheet pan, but the fact is that it always cooks way down. And so you really, don't worry about how much you put onto a sheet pan. And the juices from the chicken get on it. It's really quite fantastic. And so what I also have, bye-bye Susie, what I also have are these, so look at how beautiful this is. You got the orange, the purple, the green with the Brussels sprouts, and we're going to go ahead and put this on 425. And what we are going to do, I'm just running out of room. I really need a bigger camera with a wide angle lens to be able to get all this in, that's for sure. Okay, so here we go with all of these fabulous Brussels sprouts. And now what we are going to do, I think that's about all this little sheet pan is going to hold for now. And I'm going to take again the lime flavored olive oil, and we are going to get a baster. Let's see. Don't tell my husband when he unloads the dishwasher, sometimes he puts things in places that I have no idea where they are. But I don't want to discourage him from unloading the dishwasher. So anyway, so Lene says, I missed half the show today. Well, don't worry. You can always go back and listen. Lene, we're having a contest. Contest is posted and gathered with Nanny Bubby. Oh, and Lene, everybody can enter but you. No, I'm kidding. Lene is our #1 winner in Nanny Bubby. She just unexpectedly, she joined us. She had seen me on Channel 8. She just happened to enter a contest once, and then she won, and then the next time she won, and then the next time she won again, and it's just so cute. We always laugh about how she says, I know she won the tomato slicers, she won a Temecula olive oil. What else did you win? So it goes to show we're always very fair here. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of the lime on here, and then I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of the garlic, and then I'm going to go ahead and brush up with everything that is so cute. Lene is such a gracious individual, as everybody is, but Lene has been so gracious with everybody. So now we're going to just take this and we are going to paint the harissa. I think I'm going to use the baster. I don't like the hair baster. I prefer the silicone. It's easier to wash, but here we go. Are you ready? Let's just take this and let's just paint this on. Look at that. That's beautiful. Right onto the vegetables. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my God. Absolutely gorgeous, especially with the purple cauliflower. Can you see this? Let me back you up just a little bit. Victoria is still here. Okay. All right. Victoria is the hardest working city councilwoman in all of Las Vegas. And I'm very proud that she lives in my district, or I live in her district, and she represents our neighborhood. So thank you for that, Lene. So there we go. In Chicago, they call you aldermans. We have a lot of people, Victoria, that are from Chicago, that are from New York, that are from all over the country, Reno. So anyway, and I'm gonna just finish this off and just put it right on top of the skin, right there with that garlic. Oh my gosh. So, tell me that isn't beautiful. I believe it is. It makes me so excited. And what we're gonna do is just, again, to keep everything from being just a little bit too spicy, you add a little bit of citrus, and so I am literally adding the lemon zest right on top. And when it comes out of the oven, I will lemon zest it one more time. I'm gonna take the rest of these lemons right here and just squeeze a little bit right before we get it in the oven. And there we go. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna take the rest of these onions because I don't think they'll last another day. And I'm going to just lay them on top so that they'll caramelize. Oh my gosh. I mean, this looks like so much food, but you know, when you put it in at 425 with all the juices, it really shrinks. And it really ends up being quite a lot less than what you would think. So what do you think of that, honestly? I mean, this is not even cooked and it makes you want to eat it, right? You can even smell it from there. So, all right, let me just add, I'm gonna go do this one more time. Since Lene joined us late, and of all people, she and Frank and Teresa, the top winners forever, want to make sure they get a handle on this. So here's what we want to do. To enter, post your favorite Nanny Bubby recipe, tip, or guest interview and why it's your favorite. You get 1 entry for each original post, just if you just make a post and tell why it's your favorite. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. 2 entries if you include a photo or photos with your entry. Photos should be of a Nanny Bubby recipe that you've made, a Nanny Bubby tip that you've used, or something you've made based on a guest. And we've had some amazing guests that have joined us. I mean, really, like Cheryl Ness and her husband, Chef Vincenzo, were just amazing. Each entry must include a little about why you've chosen the recipe, tip or interview, and what you've learned from it. The prize is this. Winners will receive 2 tickets to a special Zoom class with Nanny Bubby. 1 ticket for you, the winner, and 1 to share with a friend. So you get to bring your husband, you get to bring your daughter, you get to bring your boyfriend, you get to bring anybody, a friend, you get to bring somebody that maybe you've told about the show and they're working and they can't come. So there's that. We're going to choose 3 winners. We will choose 3 on Friday, October 8th, 3 on Friday, October 15th, 3 on Friday, October 22nd, for a total of 12 lucky winners. Each of those 12 get 2 tickets, 1 for themselves, 1 for a friend or family member. And with me, that makes 25 of us on the Zoom call. I'll send you recipes, shopping lists, tools, and everything you need, and we will make ourselves a party. So with that, that's it for me, everybody. So happy that we're together again. So happy that Facebook is back up. Although I got a lot done yesterday, as everybody seemed to note. I'm gonna preheat my oven right now to 425 and pop this in the oven. So happy you all joined me today. Make sure you join me tomorrow. If you haven't already, go to the link in my bio on Instagram if you'd like, or nannybubby.com, and download your free download of the Happy Fridge, free download of the Happy Spice Cabinet, and go on to Gather with Nanny Bubby and Facebook group and join us for all the recipes that we've done for the last year are there. So we've had one heck of a year, and it could not have enjoyed it without all of you. You've inspired me to be here, and I say it all the time, right? Do you ever get tired of hearing me tell you thank you? Because I really mean it, and I'm just so very, very grateful. So on the count of 3, everybody, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Go out and spread love like butter, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Bye, everybody.